This message is for the Gainesville City and Alachua County Commission and a few others. It's about three things: temperature, rainfall, and an exchange program. So the temperature is 125. The rain would be 70 inches per year, and the exchange program is with any place on the planet that that looks like what we will look like, say, 2 or 3 decades from now. As you know, the recent data of the Arctic is coming in, and it looks like the Arctic will be gone by 2035. And so, and that is different from anything that we've like learned over the years. So things that you're familiar with, that I'm familiar with, the hockey stick and CO2 and all of that, is all based on gases that surround the planet, in the atmosphere, and that trap heat. And that's all in this book over here. And then over here, you got like the energy of the sun just not bouncing off the north part of the planet, and instead staying because there's water underneath. So it's a completely different dynamic. Over here, we actually need to aggressively, proactively every day pump in, millions and millions of tons. And over here, we don't need to do anything. It's just by itself. When the ice is gone, there is basically a sea that is the size of the continental United States. So the Arctic is about 8 million square kilometers when it's healthy, which it was, say, 20 years ago. And ever since that satellite, whatever it was called, started tracking things, it's slowly been getting smaller and smaller. And what we can see from space is it getting smaller like this, but where it's also getting smaller is in thickness. So it turns out it's losing a lot of thickness. So even though we still see it, it kind of looks like it's there, it's just thinner and thinner and thinner, which means in the last, say, throes of its life, the last 3 years or whatever, all of a sudden it'll be gone. Instead of having, say, 3 million square kilometers of whatever is left over in the end, all of a sudden it'll be gone. So from that moment on, the temperature literally are going to spike, like way beyond any of the models that you are familiar with, that I'm familiar with, that the people of planet Earth have been sort of reading up on, over the last 2 or 3 decades. Completely different scenario. So over here is sort of traditional IPCC stuff, and over here is a brand new book, and in this book we lose the white thing on the north. Normally the planet is like this in the summertime, the sun comes, boom, and the vast majority of that energy bounces off the top. It's the size again of the United States. So imagine you're grabbing a backpack and you're walking from Gainesville to Seattle, and all that sun that is hitting you, all of that sun is what basically will now stay in the atmosphere instead of leaving. So it means the temperature is going to spike, and that within the lifetime of the buildings that we commission today, there's going to be easily 125 extremes, or highs, if you will. So that means that buildings, like school buildings or whatever it is that we commission, because we commission stuff all the time, they should be rated for 125. Additionally, the same time that it happens, as the temperature gets up, the more moisture it can retain, and of course the more rain can fall out of the sky. And so instead of the 52-inch, which is kind of like our state average annual, you need to get models together for like 70-inch. And then we wanted an exchange program because, believe it or not, there's places in Papua New Guinea, in Alaska even, that have 70 inches of rain per year, and you can go there yourselves. I mean, people from the public works or staff people go over there and then just see, actually, experience what it's like to live in such an environment. well, that's really it. Time to go and do other things.